Yeah, morning prep for Monday. I have home ec sewing. So yeah, my printer's just doing this thing over there. I guess adjusting itself. Um, yeah, not really gonna be talking a lot. Just me, the journey year 4. Oh my goodness, get into this a little bit. The journey year 4, I really expected, hope to be doing this with my daughter. But the Most High wasn't really giving me a vision for that time in my life. I really did see myself going to jail, and I was like, I don't want to go to jail. But the Most High went to jail. A lot of His servants went to jail, and I am blameless in that account. I was attacked. They broke into my house. I was sitting on the floor, and they started beating me. But not getting into that. Not getting into that. So this is the journey year 4. I expected to be doing it with my daughter. That was my hopes. But we felt it in the spirit that we had a test coming, and she really wanted to be with her dad and her family. She kept saying that she had a bad life, and I couldn't hear it because I was doing everything to give her the best life. Um, so I would always shut her up because my family was trying to make it seem like I was a bad parent and I didn't do anything but care for my children. But when I heard her, she wanted, she didn't, she, I was okay with being away from my family because the abuse and history that I came up with. But she sees her grandma, her auntie. She's not aware of all of that. Her dad, right? Her brother. And it's not like I didn't want, of course I wanted to see my son, but it takes two to corroborate. Um, so I was just okay living with just my daughter because every time I try to see my son, and that's really the only reason I would try to communicate with my husband, and that's really my husband, was, to see my son, but he never let that happen. Whenever he did talk to us, he always acted like my son was not there or not available whenever I called. So I did make those attempts. Um, but she missed her family. I wanted to focus on seeking the Most High. My daughter seeks the Most High too. Um, and getting getting our life together, getting our house in order. So that's the two things. She said she needed to live with her dad and her brother and see that side of the family. And I told her that would only happen like mommy and daddy's not getting back together. Um, you'd either have to live with them or me. And that's the same thing I told my son. And he said, Mom, I need a dad when he was 4. And his dad didn't let me see him again. But he was like, I need my dad. But then he does still want both his parents to be together. But we my parents, our parents okayed it for him to beat me. Back in the day type, oh, the man can beat the woman and your life is over. And they just thought that I was going to continue to stay at home and take care of my family while I'm getting beat. Our mothers are running our relationship. And I was just going to yes and no. No, Tavia was not about to do. I didn't get beat my whole childhood to grow up and still get beat. Holding things in. So I was okay with just me and my daughter. She didn't understand that. She wanted her family. And that's what she prayed for. And that's where she is in this time. And I'm realizing that. And me, I just had a section of our house that was like a little office. If you watch some of my old videos, you'll see that was like a little office. And it had my daughter's student store, everything I was getting ready for. Because the way I see it is, I tried to co-parent with him. If we can't, if this is how it's gonna be, he has the children for a couple years, and then I have them for a couple years. I guess not everything works out. I thought I would be married all of my life, but beating me, not respecting my boundaries, cheating, and then with my sister, things I'm not gonna tolerate. So I'm sorry that I can't see my son. I'm preparing now. Hopefully, I can see him in the future and be stability for him in the future. But if I keep fighting back with, and I say for I fighting back, because if somebody put their hands on me, I'm going to put my hands back on them. Like I'm saying, hey, don't put your hands on me, and you feel because our parents said you could, okay, you're gonna get popped in the mouth, and I don't want my kids to grow up around that. So yes, the best thing for me to do is to separate and prepare, because that this is the best way. Get myself together so that when they're young adults, they have a mom that's put together and that's able to be there for them, and that they drive myself crazy chasing after a man that don't care about me and wants to use our children as collateral. Dang. Didn't talk too much. The video is just me getting up. This is the space I want it to be in. I'm trusting the Most High. Got my kids. They're with their dad. She's with her brother. She's with all her cousins. So I pray she's enjoying that. Me, I'm focused on working. So this is my little office area. And yeah. Okay, let's see if this is readable. Pieces Y and Z will be the tabs for the cord once sewn into the bag. First, fold the two long sides of each piece over the center at marks 1 and 3. Left sides facing together. Press with an iron, then fold the pieces in half at mark 2. The two previously ironed folding edges line up. Top stitch the wrong sides, narrow edge. I'm gonna have to do that part separate because I gotta figure out what a top stitch is. Okay, so I'm supposed to be doing these two little pieces first. And yeah, I do need to cut them out some more. I'll just go ahead and put this in the trash. Let me see. Look, why are you being difficult? Okay, I need to do arm day. I'll be doing legs. My arms. I am not this week. This that thing is over there. Oh, it's taped. It's taped. Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm about to say. I know. See, okay. I like. I know about this. I know about this week. I was like, okay. There's no way. So this is Z. I'm gonna do this first. Okay, I'm going to use the pink scissors. Where's the pink scissors? Okay. Pieces Y and Z will be tabs for the cord and what's sewn into the bag. First fold the two long. Okay, so these are the long edges. Okay, cool. They already put the lines and everything. That's awesome. Okay, first time, and Alayah did these classes with me and Alayah's last conversation. I did not know how to teach how to be a mother. And I had this conversation with the Most High because my mom tried to make me a family slave. She told me she didn't care about me. So I was like this adult. And I didn't realize I felt like I wasn't good enough. Just like not in a depressive way. Just like I didn't know how to be a mom. Um, I was still healing from so much trauma. Me and my husband only got together because I was being sexually assaulted and harassed by my aunt's boyfriend, who gave me a time limit of when he was going to take it from me. So after being assaulted my whole life, like I genuinely hated men, hated sex. Um, I I was focused on getting my grades up, becoming a lawyer. I was studying. I loved to study. Um, so I was driven. Like I was not in my right mind state. We were living in so much abuse. Didn't know at the time that my aunt knew about it. And this time I was a teenager that was living in hell. And yeah, so the last conversation I had with Alayah, um, I was trying to teach her. The Most High got me on this big kid boot camp. The Most High really been teaching me how to be a mom as I've been reading scripture, praying, seeking Him. Um, at 4, my daughter decided to seek the Most High with me. I've been seeking the Most High since I was 3. She's been seeking the Most High since she was 4. And so she was studying with me. The Most High told me, like, when I was little, if my mom was studying and I talked to her, she beat me. And I thought that was right. But then when I was studying and my daughter came, that thought rose in my head, like, just because that's, it's not natural, but naturally from the life that I live, that would be my natural thought. Not saying I agreed or disagreed with the thought, but when the thought came, it was like in case. And the Most High was showing me that it was not right. And to study with her, this voice was talking to me that I didn't realize. And so I started building Campion Academy. Not as Campion, well, that is what I called it, King Children's Homeschool. Because I was homeschooling, the Most High told me to homeschool my children. So as I was teaching her, and it was like, it wasn't what I thought, because Most High been teaching me. Like I was trying to get the basics done in like 1 week so we can move on to other things. It took years to get the basics, and Most High is showing me. Perfect the basics. Not that we didn't move through other things as well, but the basics were very, very important, are very, very important. And it built a love for studying with my daughter. And my thing the whole time was teaching her to study on her own, because we're both students. I'm a student, she's a student. So she wouldn't like that. Like I would give her instructions and then I would sit her down to do her work on her own. And actually as she got older, she just wanted to be around me more. But then part of that also was me recovering from my trauma. A lot of times I was depressed, I was crying, and I did not want her to see me. So she wanted me to be more present. And it wasn't like I wasn't present at all, because I would study, she would study. We would go on a walk together. We did things. I made sure to get quality time. But then, I was healing from a lot, so I don't know how that affected her. But we can only do our best. And then heal from that, go over it, what I'm doing right now, these videos, for me to be very honest with myself. For my children are going to need these videos to heal from one day. I'm going to need these videos to heal from. Probably look back on it in about a year so that I can use these videos as building blocks to get better. So, my husband was not a good husband to me, but hopefully he is a good dad. I can't be afraid because my dad and my granddad raped me. That doesn't mean every man is going to do that. So that's intense fears that I have. I don't really need to be there for them bonding with their dad, because I'm going to have panic attacks. So let him prove himself now. Let me get better, and y'all willing, when it's the most I will be in my kids, you know, life. Um, yeah, last conversation me and Alayah had, keep getting sidetracked, was she wanted more time to, she had got her schedule down. She wanted more time to be herself in it. And I was like getting stressed out that now it was starting like, of course I love my kid, but my children, because I have two. I've only been with Leah for the last, so like I gotta correct my brain from that, just saying one, because I have two children. Um, but I felt like I was devoting all my time to her, that I didn't have time to work on me. And these are feelings that were suppressed. Like as a parent, you don't want to admit, so you're kind of do your best, and then you're getting even more stressed out because you're not spending time with yourself. And you're like, no, I don't want to feel like that because this is my, but you're really, and it's building up. And so it's coming out. And so I'm like, I'm stressed. I don't got nobody to help me with my child because you do need help. Like you need a break sometime. Of course, I'm gonna be ready for my kid right back, but you need time to personal maintenance. She felt like, because this is what she would do. She had got so good, and she got so good at doing her homework that she would, she would wake up when she wanted. She didn't care when I said wake up. She would wake up when she want to wake up, do her homework when she want to do her homework, because she's going to get it done and get it done right. And I was getting irritated because I'm feeling like she's not listening. And then I'm feeling like I can't work on my schedule because she ain't doing her schedule on time. And she's like, she just wants her own space to do her own thing. And I'm like, kids gotta follow rules. She did need her own space to do her own things. Kids do need to follow rules. But we was not seeing eye to eye. And it seems, I guess, we're both very, not both very boisterous, but we're both very firm. And we were like, so she's just gonna, yes, mom, I'm getting up, and won't get up until she feel like, oh, I'm getting up, and won't get up until she feel like getting up, because she knows she's gonna do what she needs to do. And I'm getting irritated because then I'm feeling disrespected because, she's telling me she don't feel like she gotta listen because her dad is not there. But I'm caring for her. I'm like, so I'm feeling like I don't matter. Like, you ain't gonna listen to me because your dad keeps hanging up in your face. But I'm doing everything to show my love, and you gonna take it out on me. She snatched her beanie off my head. I was like, so I was feeling real disrespected. So we both had some valid points. We both had some points where we needed to grow on. This year was supposed to be the year that we were supposed to learn, in 2023, supposed to be the year that we learned Yah our provider. We were starting to lose faith, and we didn't want to admit it because we believe in the Most High, and He has been doing things in our life. But then it gets like your prayer being answered. You could be like, one prayer, He didn't answer so many. And you're like, is He real? Like, so we're supposed to be learning Yah our provider. And I'm like, how am I going to teach this to her? How am I going to teach her Yah our provider? He provided. She got her prayer. She's with her dad and her family. I got my prayer, able to focus and work and get ready for my kids. And the Most High has already showed me in so many ways that this is not goodbye. I am getting ready for my kids, and I will. It's been a year. It's only been a year, but I wasn't focused. I was not doing my mission right. And so the Most High provided, and if He's getting me together, I know He's getting her together. We have to be tried in the fire like Job. Are we still going to seek the Most High when things aren't going our way, He's answered so many prayers. My children are answered prayer. I prayed for them when I was 6 years old. A son first and then a daughter, right? Yeah. Jumping back, I just wanted to, Alayah's. So I'm becoming a student myself of all the things I was teaching Alayah. The last time I did a sewing class, I was probably between 7 to 10. And then ever since then, I just been, just doing my thing. I'm re-going through all the basics so that I can teach my children, because I haven't did a sewing class since I was like 7 or 10. And also I did that class myself. When I was a kid, they gave you things, expected you to figure it out on your own. So I was given some things, had to read the instructions, and figure it out on my own. So here we are, step 2. I had a typewriter, and I had one of them real old computers that had the little ping pong game on it, and it didn't work when I got it, and I had to figure out how to get it working. Old school electronics, and then yeah, easy bake oven. I had 2 easy bake ovens. Me and my sister. Ooh, man, family can't even. Yeah, dang, are you messing up the memories? I can't even think about my memories because she in. Okay, so I'm gonna try this like this time. Try to get you to the new swoop. I'm going to try this. Okay. Thank you, Alayah. Alayah would have me to do that for a reason because, yeah. Thank you, Alayah. Okay, so that is that. Those are looking real good. I'm gonna have to see what a top stitch is. Okay, what do I do with this guy? I think so that I don't do everything at once. I'm going to save this piece for my next sewing class next Monday. And I'm just gonna focus on these 2 little guys. Ooh, this was a prep. My class don't start yet. This was a prep. This was a prep. So next week, I'm probably just gonna prep those. And I might work on this. I might start this today. We will see. What I need to do now is, in this video, hallelujah, we out. The song, Alayah, I love you guys. I don't know when you're gonna see this, but I hope y'all been praising y'all troops. Um, Life is a journey, right? This was not what I expected. This was not what I expected. I was a lost kid, and then I had children. Lasan, when you were born, fam, I really used to forget and think you was my brother. Do you know you've been finishing my food, finishing my plate since you was 4 months old? Did you know that? You've been finishing, like, I would get full. You would finish my food since you was 4 months old. Your first words you said to me was, it was so crazy. I wonder if you remember. Do you remember the first time you spoke to me? Let me know that. In person when we see each other. Alayah, my sister, I love you. You know you my daughter, but one day you'll be my sister. And like, you're my best friend. And I love you and I miss you and I hope you are being the best y'all made you to be. And I love you. I'm out.